viewers. My name is Wambui Ndungu. I am a counseling psychologist from PCEA Ongata Rongai Counseling Desk. I will be talking to you about unhealthy coping mechanisms during this stressful period of COVID-19. These are unhealthy behaviors that some people may engage in to deal with stress and anxiety. It is common to cope with the stress and emotion associated with COVID-19 by engaging in unhealthy behaviors, which may include the following among others. 1. Abusing alcohol and drugs. In this difficult time of COVID-19, you may find yourself taking alcohol just to numb your emotions and your stress, the difficult feelings that you're going through as you cope with this pandemic. Some people lack sleep and they may end up taking sleeping pills just to help them deal with the insomnia. Other people are abusing antidepressant drugs just to help them deal with this anxiety. Some are taking a lot of painkillers just to help them to deal with all this that is happening. While it may be of help at this time, we might end up being hooked up to these drugs and alcohol, which may lead to a new addiction even after COVID-19 pandemic is over. The other negative coping mechanism is overeating and undereating. Some people, when going through stress, they find themselves getting comfort from food. You eat food and you have that feel-good sensation in your mind and in your body. Some lack appetite at all. They don't feel like eating anything, and this may compromise our immunity. This is the time we need to eat healthy, balanced diets to boost our immunity to help us to fight this virus. Aggressive behavior is another negative coping mechanism. We all know that this is a very sensitive moment we are going through. You might find yourself overreacting to small issues amongst your family members. Be calm before you respond to people you are living with. Be aware of what is going through so that you avoid conflicts and expressing yourself in an aggressive way. Overthinking, the what ifs. What if I'm laid off from my work? What will happen to my business? What if I don't afford rent? What will happen after this pandemic? All these are questions we are thinking about. All things are issues that are filling our minds. These issues will cause more anxiety, which will make the situation worse. I encourage us to take one day at a time as we hope for a better tomorrow. Point number 5, too much use of social media. We are trying to find out more about this virus. How can we prevent it? And even looking for entertainment through every media, and especially social media. This can lead us to being addicted to social media, which will become an issue after this COVID-19. Isolation and withdrawal. The urge of being alone. The urge of having a corner that you have your own thoughts. You don't want to socialize. You don't feel like calling your friends and relatives. This can cause more harm than good. In this era of COVID-19, it is the social ties that is helping us to keep afloat. Engaging with negative people. Constantly calling negative people, people that have lost hope for tomorrow, people that are panicking, people that think they are going to die tomorrow. This will help This will put you more in a panic level that we already are in. It is wise to keep company with more positive people, people with hope for tomorrow, people who are living a day at a time. While the points I've given may give a short-term relief, in the long run, they may lead to a dysfunction or a disorder which will prevent us from keeping afloat this pandemic. In case you realize you are stuck in the mechanisms I have listed, please feel free to call the number on the screen for assistance. I wish you well as we strive to practice positive coping mechanisms through this pandemic. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Now that we have looked at positive and negative ways of coping, I wish to introduce my colleague who will start with the next part of dealing with specific areas that are stressful during this COVID-19 pandemic. Areas such as couples at home, which she's going to start with. Thank you for listening.
This is a follow-up of several talks that we have been doing in the department. My title of my talk today is about couples at home.